With the purpose of promoting democratic values among the youth of the hemisphere, the OAS internship and the MOAS program held the 23rd model of the Permanent Council of the OAS for interns. During the opening ceremony hosted by the MOAS coordinator, Ms. Nelly Robinson, interns had welcoming remarks from the ambassador, Benny Karan, permanent representative of Guyana to the OAS, and Ambassador Francisco Lines, Chief of Staff of the Assistant Secretary General. Ambassador Lines exhorted interns to become an agent of change and get involved in the decision-making process in their countries.
Youth have to be an agent of change. They have to get involved. They have to have that commitment that would allow them to come into their democratic processes and to try to be an agent of change.
Chairs also gave their introductory remark. Immediately, authorities proceed to open the first session of the 23rd MOAS, in which the secretary checked the quorum and the table approved the order of business, the agenda of topics, and the modus operandi. Afterward, the table was divided in two committees that covered the topics of migration and youth to be discussed during the MOAS. Harnessing the potential of youth migration, creating opportunities at home and abroad, and Committee of Juridical and Political Affairs, protecting the rights of youth and children in the context of human mobility. During the first session of the committees, interns attend a presentation of the topics given by Maria Moreno from the International Organization for Migration. During this session, the delegations also present their general statement regarding each topic.
We understand that migration should be positioned within the context of human rights framework that provides protection for all children and youth affected by migratory processes.
Later, the chairs announced the beginning of a period of moderate discussions to agree on the main approaches for the resolutions.
Creating a mechanism here at OAS, like a working group, for example, inside of the Permanent Council, for follow-up on the implementation of the children's rights on the migration context.
Colombia espera que Venezuela reconsidere las afectaciones que habría hecho a los derechos humanos de todas las personas deportadas en los últimos meses.
Hemos respetado todos y cada uno de los derechos de las personas. Me parece que simplemente es una excusa del gobierno de Haití para no respetar el principio de no devolución.
After discussing the approach for the resolutions, each committee established working groups that draft the preamble and the operative clauses to be presented to their committee. These group sessions last until the second day. Then, the drafted clauses were forwarded to the chairs, secretaries, and Secretary General, who put them together and draft the resolutions. All delegates meet again in their committees to begin the debate of the draft resolution developed with the clauses presented by the working group. After each committee approved its own resolutions, it's time to uphold it before the other committee for the approval by the model of the Permanent Council. In the 23rd MOAS, both resolutions were approved by consensus. The General Committee about harnessing the potential of youth migration, creating opportunities at home and abroad, recalled the Declaration of Puerto España and invite the member states to pursue successful collaboration on youth development issues regarding job programs with regional and international organizations and civil society through the Americas. The Committee on Juridical and Political Affairs, protecting the rights of youth and children in the context of human mobility, recall and recommend taking into consideration children's best interests and participation, their right to equality before the law, and their progressive access to economy, social, and cultural rights as country of origin, transit, and destination. Afterward, during the closing session, the MOAS-PC Secretary General, Mr. Daniel Tovar, made his report and the closing remarks pointing the importance of being part of the democratic process across the member states.
And quoting the words of the ambassador, Lines during the opening session, now it's time to act. And after 2 days of debate, I will respond, we did it.
MOAS was a great experience because it allowed me to interact with other interns that I had not spoken to before or that I did not know. And it was also a great opportunity to share different perspectives and experiences and to contribute to what will ultimately become a resolution that encompasses all our views from the hemisphere.
It's a type of exercise that brings you to the sort of ground of the debate and how public policies in multilateral forums are made. So I believe this exercise gives you a good look at it, like a front row.
In terms of the discussion surrounding the resolutions, I think it is very important to emphasize the language utilized in these resolutions, because these are things that young professionals like us do not really usually consider, but sometimes language is crucial to making truly inclusive policies.
I invite all the youth of the hemisphere and of the member countries to try to participate in this kind of exercises that are going to benefit them in that it's going to promote engagement in the political and civic life of their countries.
Thank you for watching. Go to moas.ois.org for more information about the resolutions and the model of the Permanent Council of the OIS. Remember, the world's biggest power is the youth.